Yo, what up, Giants fans? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Training camp practice number 5 is in the books for Big Blue. So in today's live stream, we're going to break down day 5 of training camp. I got to say some things about Daniel Jones, Jalin Hyatt, Deonte Banks, Trey Hawkins. There's some standouts coming out of the early portion of New York Giants training camp. We'll break that down. Then I'm going to give you my first 53-man roster projection for the Giants and this upcoming season. I think it's fair to say my roster projection is going to be 100% right. It absolutely will not be 100% right. So, you could save this. You could bookmark it. If you want to tell me you told me so, I was wrong, we could do that. And then we got 2 mailbags on today's show. So we're going to start interacting with the audience here in about 30, 45 minutes or so. But let's get the comment section popping as we always do before we get ready to go on these live shows. Give everybody a chance to click that notification. Let YouTube know that we got a live stream going on right now, and it's the place for all Giants fans to get their content today. So drop a real one in the comment section if you are a real one. What's a real one? It's someone that bleeds blue and red. I almost said orange and blue. A little too much Nick talk. But if you bleed Giants blue, you love the freaking Giants, you hate the Cowboys, you hate the Eagles, you don't really care about the Washington Commanders, you're a real one, especially if you get your news and rumors every single day from this channel. I see some real ones in the chat. Shout out to Mr. Rick, Marty, Mitch hates Rolly confirmed, Rob Jigga, Paul says, hey, it's Paul from NYC. Hey, Paul, it's Marshall in Dallas. Daniel's in the chat. Fat Bass Outdoors says real one. Karen is a real one. Fluke Nasty, KT, GK Vlogs. All the real ones are in the building. Shout out to Future Orbit. Ty Jones says, let's go G-Men. I heard Jalin is clocking in at 24 miles per hour. Yes, so over the weekend, the Giants analytical team and really their, I guess you would call it, analytic team. I was trying to think of another word to use there. I just didn't have one. But they recorded Jalin Hyatt over 24 miles per hour twice over the weekend. So that's pretty crazy. The fastest speed ever recorded in a game is 23 miles per hour by Tyreek Hill. Jalin Hyatt did that twice in Giants practice. We knew speed was always going to be a part of his game. That's why I just think it's going to be so hard for Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka to keep Jalin Hyatt off the football field, because if you don't have a safety over the top and you maybe have your third or fourth corner on him, especially if he's not your fastest corner, Hyatt is going to run right past him, and we're already seeing the connection between Daniel Jones and Hyatt. They stayed after practice today to get some more works in one-on-one situations. It's just all good vibes right now coming out of Giants training camp. Bunch of real ones in the chat as well. Shout out to Watson, Ziggy, Joey DeLuca, Bill, all of y'all. Rick Tabor, Muhammad, Naquan Page, a bunch of real ones in the chat. Love to see that. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon. I do want to ask this question, though, real quick. Would you go to Giants training camp on Saturday? And this is a shoulda, woulda. If you could go to Giants training camp, let's say I give you a ticket to Giants training camp on Saturday, could you go? Would you go? Let me know. Type Y for yes, type N for no. This is Seeps. I need to know, though. Not like, yeah, I want to go to Giants training camp, but I'm going to be in Florida on Saturday. So that means no Giants training camp for me.
Oh, pretty much like if somebody handed you tickets to Giants training camp this Saturday, are you going?
Yeah.
Are you going?
You got to be able to go. Not you want to go, not you love to go, shoulda, coulda. Can you go? Would you go to Giants training camp if I gave you a couple of tickets? We got some Y's from Joey DeLuca. Broken Chip says yes. Fluke Nasty says yes. Pokey Moore saying yes. Xavier says no. Rob says yes, I would go to camp. Bill says, I'd like to, but I'm 3,000 miles away. Bill, thank you for being honest, my man. Jamil says, I wish I live in Georgia. Marty says, I would go, but I'm in Florida. Chris says, why? Yes, wife's off-hour drive. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest with you. Future Orbit says yes. Sam Lubner says yes, no doubt. GK Vlog says yes. Fat Bass says, hell yeah. Corinne says, unfortunately, I'll be out of town. Big Blue says, I'm in New York City, so hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, heel, yes, is actually
Heel,
what he
yes.
said. Heel, yes. All right, so it seems like some people would be able to go. The reason we're asking is because Mr. Rick, a.k.a. Cha in the chat, everyone type Cha in the chat right now. Mr. Rick is the definition of a real one. Show him some love.
Let's go.
He gave me and Giants Now 4 tickets to training camp on Saturday, and he wants me to give them away on today's video. So if you want to enter the raffle to get tickets, we're going to give 2 winners. We have 4 tickets, 2 winners. Each person will get 2 tickets. If you want to enter and get a chance to win training camp tickets, all you have to do is super chat. It could be 99 cents. It could be $1.99. Doesn't matter what the price is. That's just the easiest way for us to put together a list of the people that want to go. And then at the end of today's video, we're going to do a wheel spin, and we're going to choose 2 winners to get 2 tickets. So if you want to go to Giants training camp, now is your opportunity. All you got to do is send in a super chat. As always, $10 super chat. We'll take some shots on the show. If you send in a $50 super chat, there's only limited spots left on the hard hat. We'll put you on the hard hat with your initials on there. We wear this every single game day. If we get a $100 super chat, we'll do a beer shotgun race. And then if we get to 500 total, we're doing the beer boot today. Beer boot on a Monday if we get there. Sam Lubna coming in with a $5 super chat says, glad we have Saquon, LOL. I was ready to DM Shane Vereen. Look, if Saquon Barkley was not going to play this year, I probably could have thought of 500 running backs instead of Shane Vereen. But once a Giant, always a Giant, definitely with Shane Vereen. Sam, let me know if you want to go. You sent in that super chat prior to us asking if you want to go to training camp. But let me know if you are able to go, and we'll add you to the wheel. As Let's Go Giants sends in a $2 super chat to potentially win some training camp tickets. Also, another way or another step in this process is you need to follow me on Twitter at @MarshallGreen _. That way I can get in touch with you after the show if you do win the tickets. So Let's Go Giants. Send me a DM or follow me on Twitter at @MarshallGreen _. Or if you're more of an Instagram guy, it's also at @MarshallGreen _ is my Instagram as well. Just want to find a way to get in touch with y'all once the show ends so we can get you the tickets and send them to you and get you your email and all that good stuff. But shout out to Let's Go Giants for the $2 super chat. We're giving away some tickets today. Giants training camp. Send in a super chat and we will get those to you. I want to ask this question though. 7.5 wins for the Giants this year. So Seeps came into work today, started to get ready for the show, and I was curious. You know, I've seen the Giants win total in Vegas the past couple of weeks, and I was wondering if it changed at all. And it's still at 7.5 wins for the Giants. Cool. So I want the crowd to answer over under, and I want you to answer, Mr. Patrick Seatman.
Over under 7.5 wins for the New York Giants. That's tough because it's like the division's challenging. Like you're gonna have the second.
They have a tough schedule.
Or third place schedule.
Third place schedule, but it's a top 5 hardest schedule in the National Football League, mainly because the NFC East, just in totality, has a really tough schedule.
Maybe I've been a sucker for the Twitter videos you've been putting out there of Daniel Jones and
Jalin Hyatt. He looks good.
Maybe Danny Dimes takes that Josh Allen leap with Brian Daboll. I'll probably go over. I think the Giants are going to be, because even if they're 8-9, that's still like a disappointing season.
8-9 would be disappointing for me.
And that's still the over. So I'll take, a Giants go 7-10. That's a very disappointing year.
Very disappointing. If you win 7 games this year, that's extremely disappointing. I'd even say 8-9 would be disappointing.
Yeah.
Anything less than 500 is going to be that for me. I got the Giants going anywhere from 9-8 to
11-6.
Yeah, anywhere in that ballpark. I think their floor, honestly, is 9-8, barring severe injury to quarterback or left tackle or something like that.
Bill, I was talking about it on Vikings, how Cousins hasn't had the same offensive coordinator back-to-back years. Same with Danny Dimes, apparently. That's what Bill was telling me.
Yeah, so this will be technically the second time If you want to count Jason Garrett.
A real offense.
Yeah, a real offensive coordinator, not someone that's stealing plays from ass coach in Madden. But yeah, this will be the first time Daniel Jones is entering a second year with a good offensive coordinator, and especially head coach. I think that's important. I really do, because when you hear Brian Daboll Seeps talk about Daniel Jones, he doesn't refer to him as this is his 5th year. He always says this is his 2nd year. I don't know if that's a shot at Pat Shurmur or Joe Judge or any of the offensive coordinators, especially Jason Garrett, FJG. If you know what that means, you've been around on this channel for quite some time. But I'm going over. If I had to bet, I'm putting over 7.5 wins because I'm not scared. Eric Cruz is definitely not scared. My man has been an MVP in the Super Chat game as of late. He was huge in our battle against the Las Vegas Raiders last Monday. Or was that last Monday? Might have been last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. Yeah. Where they claimed victory and they just didn't win because they're frauds and they haven't won a playoff game in 20 years. But he says, put me in for them tickets, LOL, and let's go shot. Seeps, I did just look down at my laptop to see the time, and it's shot o'clock.
It is shot o'clock.
It's shot o'clock. We both got the tequila on deck, both Patron boys.
Patron, but you don't got the 1800
No,
today?
we got some new Patron in the office, so I'm going to take some of this silver Patron.
Let's go.
Seeps is going to take some. I got the big dog, though.
You got the big dog. I got the little pup.
Some damage has already been done on this. I plan to do more damage in today's video.
See, the first one is always...
It's always the toughest.
It always is the toughest, but it gets me going before these segments.
It's kind of like week 1 in the regular season. There's nothing like a week 1 victory. There's nothing there.
Whew, that is a good point. That is a good point. Eric, we appreciate it. Shout out to you.
Yeah, our Eagles fan is saying he's thirsty and our team stinks and they're not good. Actually, Chase Sr., why don't you just
go tell him
what you told me? You were talking through a glass wall. I couldn't hear you much.
Yeah, I'm not scared to come on here and talk a little shit, but Marshall was actually saying, man, I've been so disappointed at Giants fans. They won't stand up to Eagles fans because the Eagles have owned Giants fans for so many years now. So I said, you know what? It's okay. I'll come on Giants now, and I'll take down a shotgun or a beer bong if somebody sends in a $50 super chat to make Marsh feel a little bit better about Giants fans failing to represent.
All right. That's brutal. I can't quite say those were all facts, but I'm in. Let's get this guy wasted. And also, we have a new intern here at Chat Sports, Jake Chippy, and he's an Eagles fan as well. $50 super chat, intern Jake Chippy. Intern Jake Chippy, you're going to be drinking today, all right?
First thing, not an intern.
Okay. I think it's Chat Sports protocol. You got to make 6 months to get out of the intern phase.
It's 90 days.
90 days, brother. 90 days. That's short than 6 months, but we'll cut it for you. $50 super chat. Let's get the Eagles fan to drink. Let's go.
I don't think the Giants fans got it in them.
All right, he's doubting us. I saw some new merchandise Chippy brought on there. I might be wiping my butt with that tomorrow, so keep your eyes on that one. Eric Cruz, we're going to put you in the raffle. My man, you are a real one.
Hey, if you guys top us from last week, you can slap me since I owe you.
Oh, wow. I totally forgot about that.
460. I got to get here tomorrow, but you can get me first. Go top.
Hey, that's wild right there.
Hey,
that is wild.
Hey, sub for Giants dubs.
Sub for dubs. Let's go.
For Giants dubs.
Sub for dubs.
Let's get it.
Preseason is what? This will be the last Friday without Giants football.
There's a game on Thursday.
There's a game on Thursday.
Is it
Giants
NFL?
play next Friday. We're going to be live on this channel for preseason action. So make sure you subscribe and bring your party pants. Let's go. Broken Chip coming in with a $2 super chat. He says, let's go, Giants. I say over 11-6. Giants win more than 11 games. I'm going to be pumped. No doubt about it. Broken Chip, you're going on the wheel as well to win some training camp tickets. If you can go to training camp on Saturday, we're going to do an auction. I guess it's not even considered an auction. It's more a giveaway.
Giveaway.
Spin of the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
If you send in any super chat, you'll go on the wheel, and we'll do a little spin of that and make that happen. As we did, get a $50 super chat from Eric Cruz. Come in, he says, F the Eagles, now drink. That means you, intern Chippy. Intern Chippy, get your cup. Get a beer and let's go. There's Bud Lights under the fridge. I'm guessing that's what you want. Shout out to Eric Cruz with the $50 super chat. We appreciate you, my man. The Eagles Bulls are getting their drinks as we get rolling
So,
on today's video.
Are we doing this one super chat? You get one entry, or is it?
Yeah. I wanted to keep it even.
Yeah.
Even Steven. Every super chat, if you can go, we'll add you to the wheel. But I just wanted everybody to get one chance. I wanted it all to be fair. It's Giants training camp. I've never been to Giants training camp. I'd love to go. If you go, I need you to go and take some pictures and send it to me. Maybe some film, put it on the channel, watch some Giants content. As Jake Chipper,
Come on, Chip.
intern Chippy. Yeah, we hit it already. What the hell? This ain't your show. This is where the big dogs are. This is where the big dogs are, Chippy. I'm going to join you. Chase Senior's getting one. Get your devices. Let's go. Shout out to Corinne in the chat. Cha says, can Chase cry again like on Super Bowl? Yeah, that was rough. I still hear them talking about was it holding or not.
I know. Just get over it.
Get over it. Get over it. Let's go. 2023 season's here. I can smell it in the air.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Football is freaking back, baby.
I'm
I'm excited. Shout out to Chippy. Yeah, let's get it going. Chippy, question for you. What do you think of James Bradbury? Former Giant.
He's a dog.
He's a dog?
Absolute dog. Big mistake by the Giants letting him go,
Yeah.
They want to pay him, right?
It was a huge mistake, except he guaranteed a loss for the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Oh, wow. Chase Sr. coming out with the props. I will admit, it's a cool hat. It's actually, Seeps, it's the second coolest hat in the office. It's the second coolest
even
hat
give it that credit.
in the office. Let's freaking go. We're going to drink. We're going to party. It's what we do. Shout out to the Eagles fans. One thing I will admit about the Eagles fans is they've got passion. And they root for their team even when they're not good, unlike the Cowboys. They go into hiding.
Hey, this is one thing we could all agree on. Fuck the Cowboys.
F Dallas. F the Cowboys in the chat. Cheers, boys. Cheers. Chippy. Let's ride.
Let's go. Shout out to Eric. Came in with a 50 burger. Chase Sr. murdered it.
Woo!
To be fair, I didn't cry. It sucks.
I'm not going to lie. If Giants lost in the Super Bowl, I'd probably cry. So I'm not going to hold that against Chippy.
Out the fridge.
Chase Sr., you did a great job. Chippy is not doing well. Get your young Philly Bull. Teach him how to be a Birds fan. Proud of you, bro. Go get some batteries to throw at Santa. Get some batteries. Let's go. Chip, what I do need you to do, though, Chippy, is throw us away.
We got a trash can in here.
Hold on.
That's as much comes out, bro. As much as it comes out.
Who are you talking to about finishing their drink?
All right, we got a couple more super chats.
Have fun.
No, it's not. As Jam comes in with a $2 super chat and says, Danny Dimes will take us to the Super Bowl. Shout out to Jam for the $2 super chat. We appreciate you. Remember, if you are trying to enter the raffle for Giants training camp tickets, I need you to follow me on Twitter as well. That way I can just get your email coming up in a little bit if you do win at @MarshallGreen_. Jam, I'm not sure if we follow each other over there or if you're even trying to win the tickets or you're just showing love, but I'm with you. Daniel Dimes taking us to the Super Bowl. Sign me up. Let's go. As Murmur comes in with their first ever super chat on the channel.
Let's go.
Says, let's go, G-Men. 11 wins. I'm calling it. Shout out to Murmur. Murmur. Love that. If you super chat for the first time today, it's what we always do. We're taking shots at tequila. We want to really let you guys know we're trying to show love to you guys showing love. So if you super chat for the first time today, tequila shots. Let's go on a Monday. It's no Taco Tuesday, but it's Tequila Monday.
We're going to have to keep them going, Marsh, because Snorky,
Oh!
first timer.
Snorky coming in with a $2 super chat for the first time. Says, go Giants. Let's go. Shout out to Snorky. That's it. I'll always remember that name, Snorky.
That's a good name.
There's some names that are more memorable than others. Murmur, Snorky.
Snorky's like I don't know if it's a dog name or like,
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Hell yeah, Snorky.
I don't know how many more of these tequilas I can do, but for Snorky, I gotcha. Snorky going on the wheel as well. Shout out to you guys. Snorky.
Shout out to you guys.
Whew. All righty. We do have 2 mailbags coming up. Oh, I got the tequila sweats going already. We got 2 mailbags coming up in today's show. We want to answer your questions. If you have any questions about the New York Giants training camp, roster, stats, you want to tell me something about a player, I need you guys to ask some questions. So I'm calling on all the real ones in the chat. Says it's slang for a 20 snappy dresser, a.k.a. Al Capone. Love that. Love that.
Sick.
Love that.
The more you know.
The more you know. I'm smarter than I was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Love that. Shout out to Snorky. Hashtag Giants or Super Chat is the best way to get on the mailbag. We got 2 of them coming up in today's video. I want to answer questions from y'all. We won't be able to do the mailbags if you don't get your questions in. So I need questions to come in from some of the real ones that are tuned in right now. If you could, ask a question. We would appreciate it. As KT comes in with a $5 super chat. Man, KT was balling out last Monday. KT was an MVP, no doubt about it. He says, how does Bryce Ford Wheaton look? He's had some splash plays, no doubt about it. It's just going to be tough for him to make this roster. Like, the Giants have so many receivers at the top end of the roster that are battling it out. But he's had a couple of good plays on the first day of training camp. I put the highlight on my Twitter where he had that circus catch on the back end of the end zone, going up and snatching it on the back of the end zone. He's looked really good in some one-on-ones. I know he got clamped up by Trey Hawkins in a one-on-one situation that was intercepted. Yeah, I mean, he's looked like an undrafted rookie that has some promise, right? He's looked really good some reps, and he's looked like a rookie some other reps. At the end of the day, it was always going to be a long shot for him to make this roster, especially after the Giants made the moves they did at the wide receiver position. But I like what I've seen from him. Hopefully we can keep him on the practice squad. Not sure, though. Someone might pick him up, Seeps.
Yeah, a lot of teams will pick him up.
Is he a Chief if we cut him?
Chiefs will probably take a flyer on him. I mean,
I can see the Bills.
Bills would take a flyer.
Deep threat. They need a deep threat. I'd love to keep Bryce Ford Wheaton, but there's a couple other receivers that I think are just better than him and fit our timeline a little bit better right now. As Corey comes in with a $5 super chat, their first ever super chat. Shout out to Corey. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for super chatting. We appreciate you. We're going to add you to the wheel to see who's going to win these training camp tickets. We wanted to give back because Mr. Rick, a.k.a. Cha in the chat, who's in there right now, is a GOAT at Chat Sports. He's given us so many things, so many fun items. Last year it was tickets to the Colts game. Like, so many things that he's letting us auction off for the betterment of this channel. So, Mr. Rick, thank you. We appreciate you. I hope the people, whoever do win them today, really does enjoy it, because me and Seeps would love to be at training camp.
I know. I would love to go for sure.
We would love to go, but maybe next year. Maybe next year, me and Seeps and I. Seeps and I. I and Seeps. Seeps and I find our way out to training camp next year. So, Corey, I got a shot tequila for you. Just give me a second. As Messi TTB coming in with a super chat. Their first ever. We've had a couple of cherries popped on today's show.
A lot of cherries have been popped today.
A lot of cherries popped on today's show. Messi says, who do you think the top wide receiver will be for the Giants?
Good question.
Parris Campbell is my answer.
Yards, you think it's Parris?
Yeah, I think yards, when you look at receptions, yards, and TDs after the season, it's going to be Parris Campbell, but I'm not going to be shocked if it's Darius Slayton. Like, I'm not going to. We always never account for Darius Slayton. Last year he was almost cut. He wasn't getting reps in the regular and training camp last year. So I'm not going to close the door on Darius Slayton, but if I had to guess right now, I'd go Parris Campbell. He's looked really good. He's really versatile. Only thing that's held him back in his career is injuries. So hopefully he can. KT says I'm liking Hodgins. I love Hodgins. I will call myself the president of the Isaiah Hodgins fan club.
Yep.
I have a weird feeling, Steve, he's kind of being phased out.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Maybe they just use him more situationally
Yeah.
than last year because
Like,
inside the 20, he's going to be used because he's a great route runner and a big threat in the red zone. But from 20 to 20, I could see them using more speed in that situation.
I was going to say, who's going to be like the prototypical X? Like week 1?
Probably Slayton.
Slayton?
Yeah, I think the first rep of the Giants season, if they go 2 receivers out there, I'll predict it right now. I think they're going to go 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. Waller, Bellinger, Campbell, and Slayton are the 4 guys that I see out there. That's my guess. Could be wrong. Messi and my guys have been sending super chats for the first time today. I'll take a shot for you, as always. Shout out to y'all.
Then Bobby Bands. This might be the best name now.
Woo!
Bobby Bands. Shout out to
Holy shit.
you.
Bobby Bands.
The Bobby Bands.
You know, there were some cool names that came through today. None of them are better than Bobby Bands.
Double B.
Double B, B squared, Big Bands, Bobby Bands.
Big Bands Bobby.
Big Bands Bobby. This is the name of the century. This is the name of the
Bobby
century.
Bands.
Bobby Bands says, what's a good year for Daniel Jones?
Good question.
I may get some hate from this answer. I don't care what the stats look like. Just get us back to the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah.
If Daniel Jones gets us back to the playoffs, I don't care what the stats look like. I will deem it a very successful year. Like, it's hard to base success off of stats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because let's say the Giants win 7 games this year. They go 7-10, and Daniel Jones throws for 30 touchdowns. But a lot of them were touchdowns in garbage time. That doesn't mean he was better. The stats look prettier. They make you go, maybe he was good instead of the 15 touchdowns he had this past year. Winning games is all that matters for me. I know people love to say winning games isn't a quarterback stat. And while it directly is not a quarterback stat, I think it's a stat based off of quarterback play.
Yeah. Quarterbacks contribute the most to winning out of any position by far.
I agree with that 100%. So, Bobby, I'd like for him to throw 20 touchdowns. I'd like for him to rush for another 7. I'd like for him to have single-digit interceptions. But at the end of the day, as long as the Giants are playing in the playoffs, I'm going to consider it a successful year for Daniel Jones. I hope that's not the cop-out answer, but I truly do believe that down in my core. D-Pitch coming in with a $2 super chat. How many INTs do you think the Giants get this year? I know that's an area that they want to get better at compared to last year. The Giants, I could be wrong here, were the worst, and I'm looking it up as we speak. The Giants were tied for the least amount of interceptions last year during the regular season of 6. They need to force more turnovers. Adoree Jackson, I just popped in my head. I remember him dropping 3 interceptions. So you need Adoree Jackson to catch a couple of interceptions. I want to see Xavier McKinney get back to that 2021, 2022 turnover creating safety that he was compared to last year. How many interceptions? Can I get 15? That'd be a huge jump. That would make you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tied for the 10th most in the NFL.
Yeah.
15 would be tied for the 10th most.
And also, interceptions are a lot of, I feel like, obviously, it's corners.
Right place, right time.
It's a lot of
Ball tips in the air, you're there.
Quarterback just makes a bad throw.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that is just.
It's a
Opportunistic is the word.
It's a very opportunistic stat. It's a really good point. Can we get double digits? You know, I'd be happy if we got 15, almost 1 a game. But let's go double digits. Let's not be one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams to have less than 10.
Yeah.
Like, let's create more turnovers.
And you would think in a wink system, that would be cause havoc.
That's what I'm looking for this year. More interceptions. More interceptions. D-Pitch, we appreciate you for sending the super chat. My man is going on the wheel. We do have a mailbag that we're going to get into in just a quick second. Hashtag Giants or super chat to get on the mailbag. We got 2 of them, actually. So let's go.
Let's go.
As
2
Chocolate
mailbags.
Thunder on Twitter just sent me some pictures. Looks like they were at training camp today. Looks like they were really close. Sent a cool picture of Hyatt and Brian Daboll and Daniel Jones. Chocolate Thunder. If you got any more pics or vids from training camp, send them to me, man.
Yeah.
Would love to look at them and potentially use them on the channel if they do come from you. We're going to get to those mailbags in a couple of minutes, Seeps. But let's start with a 53-man roster projection.
Also, before we get into this, Bill, you're not going to want to watch the beginning of this because your man might have gotten the axe.
Are we talking TD?
We're talking Mr. DeVito,
So
Bill.
I know Bill and Mr. Cha are not going to be happy with me.
You guys are not going to be happy with Marshall. You guys are not going to be happy.
Oh, Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito.
I told Marsh, put him at QB1. Get Daniel Jones and Tyrod out of here.
That's wild. Let's hit Corey's $10 super chat real quick. My man sent one earlier, and he just sent in another $10 super chat. Corey, we appreciate you, my man. He said, seeing Jalin Hyatt have a monster game against Dallas in week 1 would be special, especially after the Cowgirls wide receiver coach made those one-trick pony comments. Does it seem likely he will get PT? First things first, we call them clown boys on this channel.
Boys, yeah.
We call them the clown boys on this channel, Cowgirls. It just, what does it mean at the end of the day? So if we're going to insult them, let's call them the clown boys.
Yes.
That's what I like to call them. Also, to answer your question, how awesome would it be? That's not even your question. I think it'd be awesome, number 1. Number 2, does it seem likely he will get PT? You know, if you asked me a week ago, I would have been in the camp of, I don't think he plays much in week 1. But he's really starting to come along at Giants training camp. He's really starting to look good. He's getting those reps with Daniel Jones in the ones, in the first offense. He's been working pretty much prior to this weekend. He has been working almost primarily with the second and third offense. Now, when you talk about Sunday's practice and Monday's practice, he's gotten some reps with the number 1s. And see, what I love the most is after practice today, there was Daniel Jones and there was one wide receiver working after practice, and it was rookie Jalin Hyatt. That's what you want to see. You want to see, you know, I don't know if that's Daniel Jones going up to Hyatt. I don't know if that's Hyatt going up to Daniel Jones. I don't care how it started. I'm just glad that they're putting in the work, because I tweeted today on an overthrow from Tyrod Taylor to Jalin Hyatt, which Hyatt maybe could have caught. It would have been catch of the year. He would have had to lay out full Superman dive in training camp, which I don't want. I don't want that to happen. In a game, you better frickin' dive for that Jalin Hyatt. Yeah. But I say that to say, I tweeted, I'm tired of seeing Tyrod Taylor throw the ball to Jalin Hyatt. It's not because Tyrod made a bad throw. It's because I want to see Daniel Jones and Hyatt work on that connection.
Yep.
Like, this is the time you build that chemistry.
I wonder if there's any gamesmanship here where Daboll's like, oh, I'm going to make that wide receiver coach pay. We're hitting whoever it is. Maybe it's Trayvon Diggs on a double move, like play number 1 or whatever it is, where it's like they have a play that kind of give, like, Hyatt kind of gives an FU to Dallas a little bit. That would fire me up.
It would. I see Mr. Rick and Bill already in shambles. I'm not sure if they caught what you said. I'm going to give my 53-man roster projection. Tommy DeVito has not been cut. He is still a member of the Giants.
If you guys
but in my roster projection, he's getting the axe.
Listen, Marsh and I will understand if you two hit that unsubscribe button. We get it. We get it.
DeVito is still on the Giants as of now. He's still there. He did not get cut. I think that was misinterpreted.
Marshall is preaching that they cut Tommy DeVito in this video.
He's still a member of the team. He just might not be after my 53-man roster projection. Short answer after we just kind of talked about it, Corey, I do think Hyatt is going to be a factor in game 1. Does he play 30 snaps? Probably not. Can he get you 15, 20 snaps at receiver and takes the top off the defense one time? I mean, shoot, Seeps, even if you don't connect on a pass to him, that loosens up the defense. And now every time 84's on the field, that first step is back as a DB.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, God, you brought him, Campbell, and Slayton. The speed's unreal.
And then you got Waller at tight end. Play action fake. Hyatt backside. Jones. Boom. And then Hyatt touchdown. Golly, we're going to frickin' be going crazy on this channel Sunday night. C-Dub, we appreciate the super chat. And then Nel6. Well, one, they sent in their first ever, no, wrong person. They've already been here. Not their first ever super chat. Says, I'm wearing the best hat of the day, but no worries, Marsh. I'm sending it to you, Marsh, this week. I think this is Crimmy.
Yeah, the C is definitely.
The green C is always Crimmy.
Crim's dad.
But I don't know what the name is this time. A Nelsix. A Nelsie.
Anal.
Oh, gosh.
all right. We're good, Crim's dad.
Crimmy,
Crimmy, come on.
that is
That was
freaking
good.
hilarious, Crim's dad.
That was good.
It was almost too good.
Yeah, it was almost too good.
Holy shit. Crimmy, I don't know what. I'm speechless.
That was it was too good. We didn't even realize it.
Said he's sending me a hat. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be awesome because Crim's dad is a goat on this channel. Shout out to Crimmy. He's a goat. GK Vlogs, first ever super chat says, "I'm back. What up, Marsh? Go Giants. 11-6. I'm sure." Shout out to GK Vlogs sending a super chat. It says first ever in our software, but I've seen multiple. But I appreciate you being back, brother. Let's go. Giants football. It's here. Let's freaking go. Giants football's back, and we are back. Let's dive into it, though. My 53-man roster projection for the New York Football Giants. What players are going to be on the roster bubble for the New York Giants? We're going to break that down in today's video. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and I'm going to give you my 53-man roster projection as we are about a week and a half into Giants training camp. We're starting to see some of those position battles unfold. We're getting a clearer and clearer look of who is running with the first and second team offense and defense. So I feel like I have seen enough so far at Giants training camp to get my first stab at a 53-man roster projection for the Giants. We're going to dive into that in just one quick second. But first, the poll question of today's video. 7.5 wins for the New York Giants this year. Is it over? Is it under? This is the win total in Las Vegas, so we're using that on today's video. Over, under, 7.5 wins for the Giants. Give me your vote down below. Let's start with the quarterbacks that I think make the roster for Big Blue. As much as I want to put the New Jersey kid and the slick Tommy DeVito on this roster, I believe the Giants are only going to keep 2 quarterbacks. One being Daniel Jones, no-brainer there. And I believe the backup will be Tyrod Taylor, who I honestly think has struggled a little bit in training. Although he didn't make the roster, will be on the practice squad, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see some game day call-ups for him, especially with that new third QB rule that they're rolling out to teams this year. So Jones and Tyrod Taylor are the 2 QBs on this roster. I have 4 running backs making the cut for Big Blue. You got Big 2-6 Saquon Barkley in the backfield. You got Gary Brightwell. You got Matt Breida, and you got Eric Gray. So those are the 4 running backs that I think the Giants are going to keep, which means Jashaun Corbin, the UDFA, coming out of the 2022 draft out of Florida State. I see him not making the team. I also could see him potentially being a practice squad player. And I also see James Robinson, the newly acquired running back in free agency. He is not going to make this roster, in my opinion. Reports coming out, he has not looked good. Sounds just like the injuries are starting to stack up, and he's not the same guy that he once was. Moving on to the tight end position, I have the Giants keeping 3 tight ends. You got Darren Waller, Daniel Bellinger, and Lawrence Cager. And then you got guys like Tommy Sweeney, who I don't think is going to make this roster. I don't think the UDFA Ryan Jones is going to make this roster. But I do see Chris Myrick making this roster as a practice squad player. So he won't be on the initial 53-man roster. I could easily see him also being a game day call-up for some weeks. But I have Waller, Bellinger, and Cager as the 3 tight ends that the Giants are going to roll with. Here comes the toughest position that I had to do and cut down on today's video. I had Darius Slayton making the receiver list, Isaiah Hodgins, Parris Campbell, Jalin Hyatt, Sterling Shepard, and Cole Beasley. At this current moment, I have the Giants keeping 6 wide receivers. I believe Wan'Dale Robinson is going to start the season on the PUP list. I thought he would be ready to go week 1, But after I talked to some people over the weekend, after I did some digging and research, it sounds like Wan'Dale is not going to be ready to go week 1. So I have him starting on the PUP list. And the 3 main receivers that I have just not making the cut are Jamison Crowder, Bryce Ford-Wheaton, and Colin Johnson. But if I were to award a player a 7th roster spot on this receiver list, it would either be Colin Johnson or it would be Bryce Ford-Wheaton. I'll let you decide for me because I got producer Seeps in my ear telling me Bryce Ford-Wheaton is the next Randy Moss, but also Colin Johnson has looked good for the second offseason in a row. So which wide receiver would you rather see make the roster? Is it Colin Johnson, the former Longhorn type CJ, or is it Bryce Ford-Wheaton type BFW down in the comment section? I had 9 linemen, offensive linemen, making this 53. You got Andrew Thomas, Joshua Izudu, John Michael Schmitz, Ben Bredesen, Evan Neal, and then you got the backups and Tyree Phillips, Mark Lewinsky. I could still see Lewinsky starting at that right guard position, but it just sounds like Bredesen is going to get an opportunity to be that starting right guard. You got the second-year North Carolina Tar Heel, Marcus McKeithen. I think he's going to make the roster. I know he's on the PUP list right now. I think he'll be ready to go, though, week 1. And I got Shane Lemieux also making this roster, which leaves Parrott, Cunningham, and Davis just outside those top 9 at that position. If any more news and rumors, though, come out about the New York Football Giants, if the Giants make any cuts, they make any more roster additions, we're going to be breaking them down on this channel. So if you want daily Giants updates on everything Big Blue, hit that sub button right now. When it comes to the defensive line, I think 7 guys are going to make the cut. 6 guys, are going to make the cut. Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Ashawn Robinson, Rakeem Nunez-Roches, and Jihad Ward are all locks to make this roster. There's no doubt that all 5 of those guys will make it. It came down to either Jordan Riley, DJ Davidson, or Ryder Anderson. And I gave the edge to Ryder Anderson. I just think that he's got a little bit more dog in him, and I think that you could keep Jordan Riley, the 6th-round pick out of Oregon, on the practice squad, which means DJ Davidson doesn't make the roster, but he could also be a practice squad guy if the Giants want to keep him around after he was a late-round draft pick in 2022. The outside linebackers we go. I think Kayvon Thibodeau, Azeez Ojulari, and O'Shane Zimenez are all locks. Their roster positions have been written in ink. They are going to be here. Only 3 guys right there, but I think Tom and Fox and Tayshawn Bauer are going to battle it out to see who makes this roster. The Giants are extremely thin at the outside linebacker and pass rusher position. I've preached time and time again on this channel. I want them to add another guy. They have not done that. I would not be shocked if they did, but at this current moment, these are the 4 that I think are going to be in. I think Bauer is the guy on the outside looking in. And on to the inside linebackers, Bobby Okereke. I think the Giants keep 5 guys. Okereke, Beavers, McFadden are the 3 inside linebackers that are going to make it. I know Cam Brown and Carter Coughlin are also technically considered inside linebackers, but they're more special teams players. The Giants, they could go sign another inside linebacker. Actually, Dan Duggan of The Athletic believes that the Giants are going to sign a veteran inside linebacker. They haven't yet, so I'm going to go off what I have. I got 5 guys making the inside linebacker room. We're going to get to corners and safeties and special teamers in just a quick second. But you need to get hooked up with a Giants throwback jersey, as we are just, 12, 13 days away from Giants football being back week 1 of the preseason. Friday night football, get your jersey, and it'll be here on time for the regular season. Go to chatsports.com/Giants throwback. That's chatsports.com/Giants throwback. Outside of wide receiver, cornerback was the second most difficult position to put together the top guys to make it. I think Adoree Jackson, Deonte Banks, Trey Hawkins, Cordell Flott are all locks to make the roster. And then you get, I wanted to keep 6 corners, 2 at each spot, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 in the middle. It comes down to Nick McLeod, Aaron Robinson, and Darnay Holmes. I believe 2 of those 3 guys are going to make the roster. Unfortunately for Darnay Holmes, I have him on the roster bubble and it popping on him and him not making this roster. He has somewhat kind of been phased out of this defense. He started training camp practice day 1, running with the ones, and then he went to the second team. And then today, he was running with the third team, and it sounds like he is going to be the Darius Slayton of this year where he just kind of gets phased out of this team. So I have Holmes, Amani Oruwariye, Rodarius Williams, and Zion Gilbert not making the roster. I think the last spot comes down to Aaron Robinson and Darnay Holmes, though. Robinson was really good his rookie year, had injuries his second year. He's also dealing with an injury right now, but I think he will be ready to go sooner rather than later. So pick a cornerback to make the roster. Is it Darnay Holmes? Is it Aaron Robinson? Who would you rather see making the team for Big Blue, type DH or AR? I also kept 5 safeties. I think this is a very important position for the Giants heading into the season. You got your stud at the free safety spot in Xavier McKinney, but all of these guys right here are going to be competing for that starting strong safety spot. I think Jason Pinnock is the leader in the clubhouse, but I'm also a huge fan of Dane Belton, the second-year safety out of Iowa. He was really good in a couple of games he played. He showed that he could be a ball hawk. He showed he could come down and play in the box. The Giants, they signed Bobby McCain in NFL free agency. They clearly like him, and it sounds like whenever Javarius Owens is on the field, he is making plays. So I believe these are going to be the 5 safeties that make the roster for Big Blue. So spot 51, spot 52, and spot 53 go to the special teamers. Got Graham Gano, one of the best kickers in the league. You got Jamie Gillen at the punter and Casey Kreider at the long snap position. So that is the 53-man roster projection. I know some people are not going to understand. Why'd you have Cole Beasley making this roster? I think Beasley is going to make the roster. He was been running with the ones in training camp, and with injury issues to Jamison Crowder, Sterling Shepard, and Wan'Dale Robinson, they want another veteran slot receiver. I saw some people saying, why would you choose Lawrence Cager over Miriak? Because I believe, even though he's not Darren Waller, the Giants can have Lawrence Cager run some of those same routes that they had Darren Waller run. He's not Waller whatsoever, but he's more of a receiving tight end. And also, just because Miriak doesn't make this 53-man roster doesn't mean he's not going to play games for the Giants. You can call up players every single week from the practice squad. I believe Chris Miriak will be some of those guys. So that's my roster projection. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. That's just what you got to do. You got to not like it. But you can hit me up on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_, and you can go yell at me over there. Send me a DM and tell me my roster projection stinks if it does. I saw some people were upset Bryce Ford Wheaton didn't make the roster.
Yeah, I was assuming that would be the case.
I just don't see a way he makes the roster, right?
And if they're going to take a big receiver, it's going to be
Colin Johnson.
Yeah.
He's looked so good yet again.
The only thing is do you think maybe there was an under-the-table agreement with him joining them? Like being
Supposedly they gave him a lot of cash.
Yeah.
Like a signing bonus. Which makes me, maybe they keep him, but like, if Wan'Dale Robinson is healthy, he's going to be the 6th receiver.
Yes.
Like, the only reason it was even a discussion is because I think he's going to start the season on the pup. The Big Moo. What's going on, Big Moo? Says Jeff Smith seems like a special teams player. He is. I think he would be in conversation for that that 7th spot as well. But we went with 6 in today's video and loaded up on a couple of other positions. Added a couple of extra corners. We went with 5 safeties. A little light at running back and quarterback, only 5 guys there, but we went 9 deep on the offensive line. The roster in week 1 isn't going to be the same as the roster in week 8.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just always what happens. So,
I mean, shoot, Isaiah Hodgins wasn't even on the team until, what was it?
yeah, in week 1, Kenny Golladay played 70% of the snaps.
Yeah, and then you can fast forward to the playoffs. Isaiah Hodgins is going for over 100.
Jesus Diaz says, why cut Darnay Holmes? These are people are upset about Darnay Holmes as well. He has not looked good in camp. Giants can save over $2 million with no dead cap if they do cut him. So they don't need the money, technically, but it doesn't hurt to have a couple more dollars in your pocket heading to the regular season to sign a guy like Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah.
Or maybe a Cole Beasley like you wanted to sign last year but you didn't have the money to do so. Holmes has not been good. He has not been good in training camp. Like I said, I hate saying like I said, but
I mean, you think about it, like September, the first week of September, your roster like looks totally different from what hopefully you're playing in January, February.
And like Holmes went from first team to second team to third team in a matter of 5 practices.
And that could be an attitude thing, too. Like, if people are dropping like that, it could just be the coaches be like, dude, we're done with that.
I don't know. Hey, it's a roster projection for a reason. I can almost guarantee, Seeps, it will not be 100% right.
Yeah.
But I gave my best effort.
Yeah.
I gave my best effort. As Anita B. Jano,
I was trying to read it in my head. I can't tell what he's going for.
did I already say something bad?
Oh, okay. Good stuff, Crims.
Anita
Good stuff.
BJ now.
All right.
I get it, Crimmy. Oh, gosh. Someone clip that. Crimmy
2 times.
says, is it true that Seeps carries Marsh? Look, without Seeps, this show wouldn't happen.
On the court, yes.
Oh, lordy. Anita B. J, we appreciate you super chatting the show.
I need a beat. You haven't said it.
I'm freaking dead.
Oh, my God.
Crimmy. The Big Moo says, so happy you made it over 30K, Marshy. The Big Moo, I appreciate you, my man. You are one of the earliest subscribers that I remember on this channel. When we first started doing videos prior to the 2021 season.
Wow.
So June of 2021 is when I started doing videos on this channel, and I've seen I've seen the Big Moo in there. I actually was watching Tana's and Mad Dog stream over the weekend, and I saw the Big Moo in there. Love seeing my Giants fans showing love to other Giants content creators. The Big Moo, you're a real one. We do have a super chat menu on today's show. We're giving away technically 4 tickets to Giants training camp, but we're going to give 2 people 2 tickets. So 2 times 2 equals 4. If you are willing and able to go to Giants training camp, we've got tickets for you to win. All it takes for you is to send in a super chat of 99 cents. Any dollar amount, we're going to put you on the wheel. We're going to spin it twice, and the 2 people that win, we're going to send you 2 tickets via email. So if you're not here at the end of the show and I don't have your contact information, we're going to have to spin it again. So if you send in a super chat, you might as well follow me on Twitter. Link is at the bottom of the screen at @MarshallGreen_. Shout out to you guys. We got already $110 in super chats. I can't wait to give somebody these tickets.
Yeah, we got 14 names in there, so you have a 1 in 7 chance right now. If you want to,
that's good odds right there.
Yeah, 99 cents.
Let's go. 99 cents. You want training camp tickets for Saturday? Hit that super chat button. Shout out to y'all. We do have a mailbag coming up in a quick second. If you want to get your question on the mailbag, use #Giants or super chat. Let's talk training camp. Let's talk roster moves. Let's talk stat projections. Whatever you want to talk about, this is your chance to get on the show. Just go ahead and use #Giants, or you can go ahead and super chat like my man Trey Miles coming in. Yeah! Shout out to Trey Miles, $5 super chat. My man is a legend.
Yes,
Says,
Trey.
money-making Martian Seeps the villain. Congrats and on to the next milestone. #True York. #Giants. Shout out to Trey Miles. Also, shout out to all of you guys. We reached 30,000 subscribers over the weekend. That is freaking awesome. This time last year, we crossed over 10,000 subscribers. So we have tripled our, is that Matt check out? We have tripled our subscriber count in 12 months. I'll tell you this much. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world when Giants now got to 10,000 subscribers. I was like, we're a real channel now. And then we got to 30,000 12 months later. So from me, Seeps, everybody here at Chat Sports, we just want to say thank you, and we appreciate everyone that shows love to this channel. One of the fastest growing Giants channel. If not, it is, but I'll say if not. If not the fastest growing Giants channel on YouTube. It's a credit to all the real ones out there. Seriously, if we did videos and nobody watched, we wouldn't do videos.
That's a good point.
So shout out to Trey Miles. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. 30,000 subs. The goal by the end of this football season, let's get to 50,000. That's my goal. By the time the Giants win Super Bowl number 5, we're the drive for 5, we're getting to the big 5. 50K. Let's go.
That's kind of bars right there, Marsh.
Low key, I kind of felt like I was spitting
You're
right there.
spitting right
I
there.
thought I was kind of spitting. Great. If someone wants to cut that, put it over a rap beat, chop and screw it a little bit. Shout out to the H-Town. We could do that. Trey Miles, you're a legend, my man. As Chris Blades, love that. How will we maximize both Waller and Hyatt this year? Let's get to that in the mailbag in just a quick second. And then Andy Felther. Oh, Crimmy, you are bringing out all the goodies today. That's a good one. Andy Felterbush says, Giants, can you show the schedule and what games you see us winning versus losing? I see the Giants winning 12 games. Let me look up the Giants schedule, and we could put that in the mailbag with this question. Maybe change your name back to Crim's Dad, so we, keep it PG on the channel, Crimmy. But
Yeah, get it together, Crim.
come on, Crimmy. I got my boss looking in here like, what the hell are they doing in there?
Yeah.
It's
I
all
got it.
good. You got one?
Yeah, I got a picture of it.
Okay, yeah, we'll just put that in there. Can you show the schedule? We'll go game by game in the schedule coming up in just a quick second, Crimmy. We'll do that in just a quick second.
Crimmy, you're on it. Crimmy, do you look these up, or is this just off the dome?
This is definitely a Google search.
I was like, it has to be.
This is definitely a Google search.
No
from
way, this
Crimmy.
is just off the dome. Crim's dad coming up with this.
Even though, he could.
That's the thing.
He's got the creativity. He's got the creativity. I wish his partner in crime, Johnson Yu, was in here so they could be going battling back and forth and just trying to one-up each other.
I actually, it's a good thing Johnson Yu took the day off.
Hilarious. Yeah, we'll just do that in the mailbag.
Crimmy, you're going to lead off our mailbag.
Crimmy says it wasn't me, as he's in the chat with the name Crim's Dad now.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Because I've never got a super chat from Andy Felterbush.
With the green C.
I'm freaking
Get a
dead.
grip, Crim's dad. Come on.
Crimmy, you are a legend. You're a legend. We're at $122 in super chats. Once we get to 150, I'm doing another beer shotgun. Let's go. Once we get to 150, another beer shotgun. We're at 122. Let's do it. Crimmy, he started it. You took it to another level of greatness, and now you're finishing it. That's what real goats do. You know what's crazy is, as I just look at myself wearing this jersey, there's been people on the video we did earlier today that asked if this was a Kerry Collins jersey.
No way.
They said, Marshall, why are you still wearing Kerry Collins gear? It's
on.
not Kerry Collins. It's Kayvon Thibodeau. So,
See, that would have been hard if you had. Like,
if
that
I had Kerry Collins, I wish I had Kerry Collins over this
I
one.
would have been a real fan.
That would have been electric. As Alfonso Colon coming in with a $5 super chat. What up, Marsh? What up? And what up, Pat? Have you guys heard anything about John Michael Schmitz? Let's go. Yes, we have. In day one of training camp, John Michael Schmitz was working with the second team. On day two of training camp, John Michael Schmitz was working with the first team. Day three, he went back to the second team. But ever since then, he's been working with the first team. But Alfonso, the shoulder pads and the pads have not been on. They come on during tomorrow's practice. Tuesday, Giants training camp practice is the first day in pads. So, Seeps, we're really going to see what those trench bullies are going to do over the next
And
couple
he's going
of
to have his
days.
hand, he's going to get great looks off Dexter Lawrence all year.
See,
He's going to come back to a regular D tackle, like a nose tackle, and he's going to be like, oh, this is a lot easier than going against Dexter Lawrence.
I was thinking about it, how am I supposed to judge John Michael Schmitz tomorrow? He's going to be doing one-on-one
He's gonna get his
versus
ass kicked.
Dexter Lawrence. He's going to lose every time.
He is. And there's no shame in that.
And that's not going to make, and that's going to tell me that he's not ready. But then I got to think. I told Seeps this stat. Dexter Lawrence had over 40 QB pressures from the nose tackle position.
Yep.
The next closest in the National Football League was 12. So just because you can't block Dexter Lawrence doesn't mean you can't be a good football player.
Yeah, he is. It's going to be iron sharpens iron. I guess you just bring that up. He is going to get his ass kicked.
He's going to get worked. What about he comes out and just
grown man.
plants Dexter Lawrence?
Dexter Lawrence will not lose a rep the rest of the year if that happens. If that happens, rep one, Dexter Lawrence might turn into a madman and win MVP.
Oh, lordy. I can't wait. I got my eyes tomorrow, Alfonso. I am going to be focused in on John Michael Schmitz, and I'm going to be focused in on Evan Neal.
Yeah.
Those are the two guys I am going to be dialed in tomorrow. I want to see how they do first day at Pats. Give me Azeez Ojulari, Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau, Evan Neal, and then Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence versus John Michael Schmitz. I want to see those two guys. As the big moo, a goat in the building, says Waller can be a dream come true if he stays healthy. Kafka and Dabes will draw up unbelievable plays for him, licking their chops. Look, Seeps, I know it's training camp. Mm-hmm. I know it's don't overreact season. Darren Waller looks incredible.
Yeah.
Like, there has not been anyone able to guard Mr. Waller. He has been the best Giants skill position player by far. I would almost prefer Waller not practice again. Because, I don't want him to get hurt, and I'm not saying he's going to get hurt. Knocking on wood. You know, we're all praying for Waller to be available all 17 games this year. But, man, I tweeted out a picture. It was a picture of Daniel Jones and Darren Waller, and the picture below that was Eli Manning and Plaxico Burress. Can Darren Waller be the Plaxico Burress to Eli Manning, or can Darren Waller be the Plaxico Burress for Manning, for DJ, like Burress was for Manning? I don't know if I said that right, but I think they got what I said.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
There are not many people on this earth that are 6'5", 260 pounds, run a 4.3 40, and can jump 40 inches.
Yeah, and he's crisp in and out of route. He runs like a receiver.
He has been electric for the Giants. Big Moo, you hit every point on the head right there.
Yep.
You're 100% right. Daboll and Kafka, they've got to be foaming at the mouth knowing that they could potentially have one of the best weapons in the NFL on this team, especially Daniel Jones.
Especially with all the speed around him.
You could line up Waller and Bellinger, let's say you just go Waller. 5-0 lineman, Daniel Jones, Barkley, Waller, Hyatt, Campbell, Slayton. That's some freaking speed right there.
Yes.
That's 4-5 playmakers that are blazing fast. You couldn't do that last year. You couldn't do that.
It's going to come down to that interior of the offensive line and a dude on the right tackle.
Yeah. The Big Moose says, but Waller is not shooting himself in a nightclub. Let's hope. Let's hope. Des Powell coming in with a $1 super chat. Their first ever super chat. And he wrote in the comments, so I'll read it. He says, what's your projection for offensive yards as a team and individually? Love the show. Keep up the great content. That's such a hard question for me to answer. I'll just look up real quick. You know, I'm expecting the offense to be better, right?
Yeah.
So last year, the Giants' offense was ranked 18th in yards.
Okay.
Let's get into the top 15. Let's be a top half of the league in offense this year. Doesn't show me yards per game. But total yards, that's just hard for me to do right now, just because, that's tough.
Yeah, and a lot of that is just game script. If you're up in the game, you're going to run the ball more. I mean, you guys.
They got to be better. Yeah. Plain and simple, they got to be better.
Yep.
Let's go from being the 18th offense to let's be 12th. Let's be 13th. Can we be top 10? You got Waller. Man, that's going to be a whole lot of fun. That's going to be awesome. As Cover the spread. Is that? I almost thought that was Corver.
That's what I thought too. I typed in Corver.
Cover the spread with a $2 super chat. First ever super chat. Shout out to you, my man. Says, congrats, Martian Seeps. Next stop, 100K. If we can, once we get to 100,000 subs on this channel, we're going to freaking party. I'll tell you that much. I don't want to make promises, but you're not going to want to miss that live stream. That's going to be electric. Yeah. Cover, we appreciate you, my man. Chris Blades says, given Waller stays healthy, will we sign him again? He's under contract for 3 years. This year and 2 more years. I'm expecting the Giants to let him make him kind of play out his contract, right? No need to go ahead and extend Darren Waller if he has a good year this year. He's already making a lot of money. He's still one of the highest paid tight ends in the NFL. Let's
I believe he is still the highest paid tight end per year.
per year when it comes to the contract he signed, but a lot of that money has been paid out already.
Okay.
So if you look at the contract for Waller, his APY is number one. But if you look at his contract with the Giants, it's not AP1. It's APY1, if that makes sense. But at the end of the day, like Seep said it, he was number one. He's a top-paid tight end. He's going to stay on that contract. No need to extend him just yet. But I like the idea, Chris. As Tuto Azerti says, massive salutes and respects to Big Boss Marshy, LOL Seep, Big Moo, and all diehard Giants fans in the building. Please slap all the stinky boys and losers out of the fast. Shout out to Tutu Azuri. My man is a New York Giants YouTube legend. He's a rugby star. I'm still looking for some game tape, Tuto. If you got some, send me some. I want to watch some tape of you being the baddest rugby player in the world. Shout out to Tuto. He is a GOAT, no doubt about it. As Trey Miles, you're back in the building. $5 super chat. Fellas, November 12th, it's going down. Got two True York tees for you guys. Just need your shirt size. I'll bring the bottle. Hashtag Giants. Hashtag Big Blue. November 12th, that's in Dallas. Giants Cowboys.
Yeah.
If you're coming, we're hanging out. You touchdown in Dallas, Trey Miles. Seeps and I are going.
Yeah.
We're going to get some drinks.
Yeah, we'll go
no
have
doubt
this
about
celebratory drinks after the game.
After we beat the Cowboys, the
Yes.
Clown Boys, True York shirts. I need a True York shirt. XL. If you need my shipping address, I'll rep that on the show.
That's dope.
That's dope. Shout out to Trey Miles, a legend here
What
at New
bottle
York
are you
Giants
bringing,
now.
Trey?
Yeah, what's the bottle?
Yeah, what bottle are you
bottle?
showing up with?
What's the bottle? That's a good question, Seeps.
I feel like Trey, I don't know what Trey is. Maybe Trey's a classy guy. A little Don Julio. I don't know.
Love that. Kayloa Nunez says, how is Darian Beavers doing? No need to spam, I promise you. He's looked good, though. Beavers has looked good. He's looked good. It's hard to judge linebackers without pads on.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I can give better answers.
Yeah, they're doing
It's
stuff.
been a passing camp so far. But no need to spam ever. Tuto, back again with a $5 super chat, says, Marshy, little corrections on your previous comments. My bad. Me and my teammates are all 6'5", 245, and can more and better than Waller and beyond passing. Look,
Y'all could probably block better 100%.
if I needed anyone to give Darren Waller a little lick, a little good hit, I'm calling Tuto.
Hell yeah.
Tuto, 6'5", 245. He's the guy I'm calling on to lay a hit. Love that. Cover says, can it be week 1 already? I cannot wait for week 1. There's going to be a party on this channel. I'll tell you that much. Also, next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, Giants preseason week 1, we will be live on the channel for our first watch party of the season. That's our calling card. We did watch parties every single game last year. We crushed it. They're fun. You get to see me in somewhat of an embarrassing fashion, just being a fan, being on screen, rooting my heart out. That's good stuff. Tuto, we appreciate you, my man. We are going to get into a mailbag right now. If you want to be featured on the mailbag, use hashtag Giants in the comments section or super chat. We've got 2 of them today, so we need your questions in there. Hashtag Giants or super chat. He said, Seeps is the man. Definitely a Don Julio guy. Pause.
Yeah, all right.
I'll do the Julio, the Casamigos.
Yeah.
We did the Henny on the channel for a while.
That just got dangerous.
It got dangerous. I started to want to fight the Cowboys and Eagles fans that work here.
Oh.
And that was a direct violation of HR.
I know.
And I need to pay my rent, so I can't fight at work. As Lumbagus, my man Lumbagus, coming in, says, looking forward to see the rookies in the preseason. The preseason is always more fun, Seeps, when your rookies and young players are skill positions.
Yeah.
Like a young rookie receiver is a blast to watch in the preseason. I can't wait to watch
Hyatt
play. Deontay Banks is going to get some good reps.
That's why I wish Waddell Robinson was able to get tick. Like,
Yeah, come back from that ACL. I know when Wandale's healthy, he's going to be a stud. They just need him to get healthy. They need him to get healthy. Cover says Henny is bad. Wow. I don't know if Henny is bad. It's bad for me in the sense of I don't want to fight people at work. And it got me to that point a couple of times last year.
I swear it's a different drunk.
It is.
Like, it's
Hennessy
different.
is a different drunk. It is.
The hands get a little heavy when Henny's in the system.
That's awesome. Pedro says, hey, Marshall, you based out of New York City? No. Chat Sports Studios is in Dallas, Texas.
Behind them and enemy.
We're in enemy territory, behind enemy lines. So that's where I live. That's where I work. We are live out of Dallas, Texas. If your next question is, are you actually a Giants fan? Yes, I am a Giants fan. I was born on Long Island. My mom and dad, they moved to Houston when I was 2 years old. So born on Long Island, raised in Houston, Texas, work in Dallas, Texas. But I've always been a Giants fan. My dad, a New Yorker of 35 years, he wouldn't let me be anything but a Giants fan. So I was born into it like I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Lumbagus, can't wait for the preseason. Can't wait to see you next Friday. As Watson Graves said, it's not about who's starting at wide receiver. It's all about creating mismatches. That's a good point. That's a good point. And that's why I think, like, Pedro says, have I ever been in New York? Yes, I was born there. My whole dad's side of the family is from New York. So we've gone back for sure. Not as much as I would have liked, but definitely enough. Definitely enough. That's a good point, though, Watson, because like I was telling Seeps, I have a feeling that Hodgins may kind of be phased out of this offense a little bit, but I expect him to still be a staple in the red zone because he creates those mismatches in the red zone. He's big, strong, quick, and fast, really good route runner, precision route runner, and even like Cole Beasley, he may not be in from 20 to 20, but once you're red zoning in, or green zone, as Tom Coughlin used to call it, your best route runners in space are going to be in the game. So, Watson, that's a really good point. And if you can get Hyatt on a slow corner, take that top off and let's go to the crib and let's dance. Let's dance. As Tuto Azuri back again with a $10 super chat. Shout out to Tuto. He says, Marshy, I haven't been activated after my surgeries yet. Oh, man. But I'm traveling with our national team and heading to Dublin for our next match. I'll be on the sidelines and helping DCs. Please pray for our victims, everyone. You heard the man. You heard the man. Pray for Tutu Azuri's victims. I hope the injuries get better, my man. There's nothing worse as an athlete than being hurt and not being to help your team. So I feel you on that one, Tuto. Hope you feel better. Hope the injuries go away and you can bounce back. Bounce back. Trey Miles says, incidentally, fellas, I'm in Texas about 2 hours south of you guys. So when you come up for the game, we're getting lit, is what you're telling me.
No way.
Trey Miles. We're going to party with Trey Miles.
Hell, we better.
Trey Miles, you better freaking hit us up.
Trey, I'm going to walk around Dallas just the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm going to do. Especially if we get some Henny in us, it is going to be menaces.
That's awesome. All righty. Let's get into it. Giants mailbag right now. You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. In today's video, we're going to take questions from subscribers. A little Q&A like we love to do on this channel. But if you didn't get your question featured on today's show, it's your own fault because it means you are not subscribed. So change that. Go down right now, hit that big red sub button. Sub for Giants Dubs and get free videos every day on Big Blue. As KT is coming in with the first super chat. It was a super chat. First question. KT, we appreciate you, my man. Says, how does Bryce Ford Wheaton look at training camp? He's looked good. But at the end of the day, he is at the bottom of that depth chart right now for the Giants, being a UDFA out of West Virginia. He made a really nice catch in practice number 1, tracing the backside of the end zone, going up and just snatching it out of the air. Showed that athletic ability that we saw on display at the NFL Combine that had him ranked as one of the most explosive and athletic receivers in Combine history. He's also lost a couple of one-on-ones. I know Trey Hawkins locked him down in a one-on-one situation. So ups and downs for Bryce Ford Wheaton. If he is going to make this roster, though, it's going to be because what he does in preseason. He goes out, has a Victor Cruz game like he did against the Jets a couple of years ago. Shoot, it's not a couple of years ago at this point, 10 years ago at this point. That's going to be the best chance for Bryce Ford Wheaton to make the roster. As Messi DTB says, what do you think the top wide receivers will be for the Giants. So I actually did a roster projection earlier on the live video, and we'll pop those up. I believe the Giants are going to keep 6 receivers. It could be 7, but for this exercise, I had them keeping 6 receivers, and these are the guys that I had. I had Darius Slayton, Isaiah Hodgins, Parris Campbell, Jalin Hyatt, Sterling Shepard, and Cole Beasley as the top 6 guys. You might say to yourself, how does Cole Beasley make this roster? Well, he's a veteran wide receiver. He's really good working out of the slot. And with injuries to Wan'Dale Robinson, who I think is going to start the season on the PUP, and as we know, Sterling Shepard not being one of the most injury, or I guess you could say available players. He is injury prone. I was going to say non-injury prone, but he is injury prone. My point is the Giants like him a lot. That goes back to his Buffalo days with Cole Beasley and Brian Daboll. Also goes back to last offseason when we told you on the channel that the Giants wanted to sign Cole Beasley last year, but they didn't have the cap space to get it done. So I believe these will be the 6 wide receivers the Giants keep. But if Wan'Dale Robinson's on the PUP, I can see them keeping 7, and these are the 7 guys. Bobby Bands says, what's a good year for Daniel Jones? Appreciate the super chat, Bobby. For me, and I'm sure you're looking for some stat projection from me, Bobby, but at the end of the day, the only stat that I care about for a quarterback is wins and losses and playoff wins. So for me, a successful season for Daniel Jones would be to get this football team back in the playoffs. Sure, I'd like for him to throw more than 15 touchdowns. Sure, I would like for him to get close to that 4,500, 5,000 passing yards. But at the end of the day, if Daniel Jones can lead the Giants back into the playoffs, that will be a successful year for me because you don't win a lot of games at quarterback unless you're doing pretty damn good. And I think Daniel Jones will do that this year. Andy Feltherbush, coming in with a $5 super chat, says, can you show the schedule and what games you see us winning versus losing? I see the Giants winning 12 games. All right, let's go through the schedule. Week 1, Sunday Night Football. Seeps, you need to count these wins for me. Just count the wins. Week 1, Sunday Night Football, I got the Giants beating the Dallas Cowboys. Week 1. I also have the Giants beating the Arizona Cardinals. Week 2. Week 3, though, in San Francisco, I had the Giants losing. Week 4 against the Seattle Seahawks. In New York, let's go. I'm going with a win. F it. Let's go. 3-1 to start the year. I then have the Giants losing to the Miami Dolphins. Get you to 3-2. I then have you losing to the Buffalo Bills. Get you to 3-3. I have you beating the Washington Commanders. Get you to 4 wins. I have you beating the Jets to get you to 5 wins. I have you beating the Raiders to get to 6 wins. I then have you losing to Dallas in Dallas. I have you beating the Commanders to get to 7 wins. I got you beating the Patriots to get to 8 wins. Then you got the Packers, which is a dub, get you to 9 wins. Saints suck. Let's get to 10 wins. Then I got you losing to the Eagles. I got you beating the Rams, F it, 11 wins, and then losing to the Eagles. So 11-6. That's my projection for the New York Giants. Maybe a little biased. Maybe I'm being a fan. But I do believe anywhere from 9 to 10 to 11 wins is what the Giants are going to do this year. But Vegas has the Giants at 7.5 wins. So I want to ask you, 7.5 wins, over or under? Type O for over, type U for under. Place your bets right now with Marshy Vegas. Was that too biased? Maybe one of those will slip up. Games will happen, but you never know. You never know. D Pitch 32 coming in says, how many INTs do the Giants get this year? So last year the Giants were tied for worse with the Las Vegas Raiders at 6 interceptions. Let's double that. Let's get to 12 interceptions, 13. Let's become a turnover-creating defense. That's what I want to see out of this team. Let's get this 12 interceptions. Let's double up from last year. Corey coming in with a $10 super chat. We appreciate you, my man. Says, seeing Jalin Hyatt have a monster game against Dallas in week 1 would be special. Oh, would it? Especially after the Cowgirls, we call them Clown Boys, wide receiver coach made those one-trick pony comments. It seemed likely he will get PT. I don't expect Jalin Hyatt to be a starter week 1. I don't expect him to play 50% of the snaps. But can you get Jalin Hyatt 33% of the offensive snaps and you throw him 2 go balls and he catches one of them? takes the top off of the defense, I think that would be pretty freaking cool. All it takes is one rep and one catch from Jalin Hyatt to change a football game. He's not one of these guys like a Victor Cruz or a Plaxico Burress, which are Giants legends, no slap to them, that needed 10, 11, 12 catches to have their fingerprints all over a game. One or two catches, one or two big plays from Hyatt, and he could change the outcome of a game, no doubt about it. Havgard, I believe is how you say it, comes in with a super chat. We appreciate you. Not sure what currency that is, DKK. If someone wants to let me know in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Says, what percentage do you think will make it to the Super Bowl? 1 to 100? Oh, man. 15? Is that too low? Is that too high? 15% chance? I think about it like this. There's 32 teams in the NFL, so you times that by 3, that's about 100. Everybody gets a 3% chance. I don't know if this math is checking out for you, but math is checking out for me, so it's a 3% chance. I believe the Giants are a top 12 team in the NFL, so I'm going to times that by 5 for some reason. 15% chance. That's what I'm going with. 15% chance. Love the question, though. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, though. We like to have a lot of fun. We like to do these mailbags, interact with you guys. We also put out Giants videos every single day on the latest Giants news and rumors. We go live for every single game day. We'll be live for preseason week 1 on Friday night. So hit that sub button and sub for Giants Dubs. Ryan Liskowitz coming in with a $5 super chat. If you had to pick up one more free agent, who would it be? Let's go with Miles Jack or Justin Houston. I'm going Justin Houston. Justin Houston. I'd love to say Yannick Ngakoue. Giants don't have the money for Yannick. I'm going to go Justin Houston. Giants need another edge. They need another veteran edge. They need someone that's proven in the National Football League that they can get to the quarterback on passing situations. I know he's a little long in the tooth, and Father Time is tugging on the back of Justin Houston's jersey, but I still think he has some gas left in the tank, and I think he'd be a supplemental pass rusher to replace Thibodeau and Ojulari when they need a blow. Lumbagus coming in with a $2 super chat says, looking forward to seeing the rookies in the preseason. Yeah, I can't wait for preseason week 1. It's next Friday. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I was telling producer Seeps, preseason football is a lot more fun when you have a lot of young guys with talent at skill positions. I can't wait to watch Deonte Banks and Trey Hawkins and Jalin Hyatt and Eric Gray and some of these guys that we've been talking about for months on this channel play Friday night preseason week 1. I can't wait for that. We're also going to be live on the channel, so subscribe and turn notifications on. Last one coming up in this mailbag, my man Mike G. MG. Best initials in the game. What's going on, Brody? Almost broke this shot glass. That would have been brutal. MG, what up? MG. Happy Giants Monday, my guy. A lot of sack talks for the edge guys, but what are we thinking totals for Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence? So Leonard Williams last year had 2.5 sacks. Can I get 6 sacks this year from Leonard Williams? I'm not even asking for all that much. Let's get to 6. And Dexter Lawrence, I don't know if he'll be able to top the 7.5 he had last year. Let's go for 6 for him. Can we get 12 sacks this year between Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence? That would be my goal. Combined between the two big fellas, the big cat and sexy Dexy, give me 12 sacks combined between those two guys. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for hanging out with us here on New York Giants Now. I love doing these mailbags where I just get to answer questions from you guys. So hit that sub button so your question can be on the next video.
Sweet. Trey, I'm also an XL. Shout out to you. You're going to make our days. We can get a true
2
goal.
XLs. Let's ride.
2 XLs.
A little XL, a little XL. If you need an address, Trey, for you to send those to us, we can do that. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Just send me a DM. We'll give you the address, and we'll wear them on the show.
Hell yeah, we will.
We'll wear them on the show. Shout out to you. You're always supporting us. We'll support you.
I'll be rocking those all around Dallas.
Let's go. So it was Danish Crones. Though that was the
Oh, really?
currency that came in.
Yeah, for some reason I thought live stream was messing up. When I pulled, I was like, what the hell?
So Danish. What country are those good in? PD.
Denmark?
Where do the Danish dollars come from? Denmark? All right. Thank you. Thank you. PD, the head of currency exchange here at Chat Sports. Got us in with that one. Love that. All good is too overconfident, says all bad. Crimmy is just stirring the pot
I was
today.
gonna say, yeah,
And as a
Crimmy-
guy that loves to stir the pot, I'm freaking enjoying it.
I know. I love it.
Love that.
Also, during your record prediction, 7.5 wins for the Giants. A little disrespectful.
I think that is a little low.
Like,
I don't know if we get to 11. I might have got caught up in the moment right there. Maybe you don't beat the Seahawks. This is what's going to make the Giants' schedule. You got the Niners, you got the Seahawks, you got the Dolphins, and the Bills. You have to win 2 of those games. You have to win 2 of those 4 games.
but even if you win one of them, you're still 10+ wins.
You got to beat the Rams. You got to beat the sorry-ass Saints. Sorry, Trace. You got to beat the Packers. You got to beat the Patriots. You got to beat the Raiders.
Right here,
That's 5 gimme wins.
you got to go 7-1 at home.
7-1 at home. Blue is home. Yeah.
You can afford to drop one of those games to Dallas, Seattle, or Philly. Maybe 6-2.
Jets will be tough.
I know Jets are a good team.
Jets will be tough. Jets will be tough.
But like Packers off a bye, like Patriots and Rams, those got to be givens. Commanders.
Yeah, you like must wins are Patriots, Rams, Packers, Raiders.
Yeah.
And Cardinals.
Yeah.
You have to win. And honestly, you got to beat Washington twice this year. None of that tying bullshit.
See, that Raiders game might be a trap. Coming off a big game against the New York rival, got to travel all the way to Las Vegas.
But you got Darren Waller in a homecoming.
Good point.
Darren Waller revenge game.
And they'll also be Aiden O'Connell, because what's that? Week
Oh,
8?
yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo is not making it to week 9.
No, that will be Aiden O'Connell.
Jimmy G is not making it to week 9.
Yep.
That's for sure. DM me, Trey. DM me, Trey.
Shout out to you, Trey.
I'm bad at the social media thing, so I'm trying to get better. But send me a DM. Dalton Reisner
Yeah.
is making a visit to the Vikings.
Getting Ed Ingram out of that right guard spot.
Damn. All right, let's do this so you can go do that. We're going to do one more mailbag. We usually do one on the channel. Let's do 2 today. Actually, Seeps, let's do this real quick. Let's spin the wheel for the winners as we still
You
got
wanna do that
112.
now?
Yeah, 112 watching. Just in case. Let's do one more call for it. Let's
Okay.
do one more call for it if you want to pop up the super chat menu. I'm going to set a 3-minute timer real quick. A 3-minute timer. So we are giving away 4 training camp tickets to practice this Saturday. Everyone that is super chatted today, we've put your name on a wheel. We're going to pick 2 winners, each person getting 2 tickets.
Yep.
If you won and you can't go, please let us know so we can get that to somebody that does want to go. But if you want to enter the raffle, which is going down in 2.5 minutes, all it takes is a super chat. You could super chat 99 cents. You could super chat $1.99. We want this to go to people who can actually go, though.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's some people that super chatted that can't go, and that's perfectly okay. We appreciate the support to the program. But we will spin the wheel in about 2 minutes. If you want to get any last spots in, we could do that. So Crimmy says he can't make it. You want to take Crimmy off?
Yeah, I'll take I had you under your alias, Crimmy.
Crimmy can't make it. Trey Miles, I know super chatted a couple of times. Maybe he makes the flight up there. Trey, if you won, could you go to Giants training camp this Saturday? Let us know. Let us know. I know there's a lot of people that super chatted today, and that's awesome. We're at $193 in super chats. I said once we got to 200, I'll do another shotgun. So if you win and you can't go, just let us know. We really want to get these to people that can go. Let's go. All right, 1 more minute. If you want to enter the raffle for the super chats, Tutu says he can't make it. That's
All right.
okay. We'll remove Tuto. Tuto, we appreciate the honesty, my man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. 20 seconds, and we're going to spin the wheel to see who is going to get these 2 tickets. These tickets come from a Giants Now real one. Shout out to Cha. I know you've seen him in the chat all the time. Cha donated these tickets to the channel, and he's letting us give them away. So shout out to Mr. Rick. Shout out to Cha. Show him some love in the chat. we'd appreciate it. I know it'd make his day as well.
He could have just sold these, and he wants to hand them to diehard Giants fans, which I respect it. I
Yeah,
mean, how could
I
you not?
freaking love it. I freaking love it. All right, timer is up. Let's spin it twice.
All right.
If you're not here to claim it, I don't know what else to do except for spin it again.
Yes.
So as Corey says for the shotgun only, we'll get to that in a second. Let's spin the first one.
All right. First winner. You're getting 2 tickets.
Two
to
tickets.
New York.
Giants training camp practice this Saturday is
No way.
Bobby Bands.
Bobby Bands.
Is Bobby Bands still in the building? Is Bobby Bands still in the building? Let us know, Bobby. Let us know. We'll spin it again.
Bands.
Bobby Bands, if you're here and you can go, I will email you the tickets within 24 hours or so once I get some off time. Not sure if Bobby is still here. But yeah, let's spin it again. Let's spin it again. We're getting 2 winners, each person getting 2 tickets. So hopefully they're still here. Hopefully the people that win are still here. As we got the big move.
There we go.
Oh, the big move said he can't make
gosh.
it. Spin it again.
Right
Spin it
as he
again.
said it.
Right as he said it. He knew.
He
He
did
felt
know.
it. He felt it. All right, we'll spin it again.
Here we go. Might have to spin it 2 more times.
Yeah, we might have to. Jam. Is Jam still in the building?
Jam?
Jam sent in a very early super chat. Very early. Not sure if they're still here. This may not go as planned.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This may not go as planned. How about this? Jam and Bobby, we will give you the mailbag
Until
to
after
claim
the-
it.
Yeah.
To claim it. If they don't claim it by the end of the mailbag, which will be in about 20 minutes,
New spin.
we got to spin. We got to spin again. So,
Yeah, we'll do that.
Chris Blade said I'm still here. Bobby Bands or Jam is still here. Say me. All right. It looks like there's only 2 people in the building that are still here. Cover here too. Okay, so we got a couple more.
All right.
We got a couple more. If Bobby Bands or Jam is still here, say me. Or Rob Jigga. Rob Jigga is always in the building. I don't know if he entered the raffle today. Could be wrong.
Mirror.
Murmur is still here.
Murmur.
Okay, cool. So let's do the mailbag real quick.
Yeah.
And then if they're not here, we're going to have to respin.
Yeah.
So this should give you some incentive to stick around.
Yeah.
To stick around.
Or still super chat. You can hop on here.
Yeah, honestly, shoot. Super chat will add you at this point. Endrin says, oh, I'm here. Okay, so we got a couple more. We did get to $200 in super chats. I will do the beer shotgun after the mailbag cover. All Bad says, isn't it pronounced cover? I like cover. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I like cover, though. It's definitely cover the spread. Jesus, Crimmy, why are you being so smart today? Stop being so smart, Crimmy. All righty, let's get into it. Mailbag time here on the channel. Yo, what up, Giants fans? You're tuned in to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We got a mailbag coming up on today's show where we are going to answer questions from subscribers. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. All you got to do, scroll down right now and hit that big red sub button. Marty coming in with the first question on today's show. What up, Marty? Marty with a question says, does Jalin Hyatt, I thought I saw some breaking news right there. Does Jalin Hyatt make the starting wide receiver core? He's going to make the roster, no doubt about it, for sure. These are the 6 guys I currently have making the Giants roster. I think Wan'Dale Robinson is going to start the season on the PUP. So these are the 6 guys I have. Hyatt is a lock to make this roster. I'm worried. Worried's not the wrong word. I am unsure that he is going to be a pivotal part of this team in the early portion of the season. He's a rookie, and the Giants are pretty deep at the top end of that position, so it may take him a couple of weeks to become a starting receiver for this team. Neo coming in says, what do you think will surprise us? Who do you think will surprise us on the team? That's a good question. Man, I'm really looking at Trey Hawkins, the 6th-round corner out of Old Dominion. He's looked really good for Big Blue in the early part of training camp, man. You got a 6'2" corner that's 190 pounds. There was a deep route over the weekend. Jalin Hyatt took the top off the defense, and Hawkins is running with him step for step. A lot of people don't give him the love he deserves due to the fact that he's a 6th-round pick out of Old Dominion, and I don't even know where Old Dominion is. I know people that went there. I couldn't point it out on a map. I'm sure a lot of people are with me on that one. But could he be the Tariq Woolen of this draft? A late-round corner coming out of a small school. That's going to be really good. I sure hope he is. I think he's going to be a surprise player for the Giants this year. Fat Bass Outdoors coming in says, do you think that the Giants could trade for a wide receiver? At this point, no. I don't see the Giants trading for another wide receiver. I think that after they made the signing of Cole Beasley, they're good in that department unless more injuries creep up, which you definitely don't want to see happen. But I think that Cole Beasley was the receiver addition that the Giants wanted to make, and that dates back to last season. I remember doing a video on this channel saying that the Giants wanted to sign Cole Beasley, and I got a whole bunch of comments saying, but he's on the Bucs practice squad. Well, I hope you now know that you can sign somebody off of somebody else's practice squad. But I say that to say the Giants, they love Cole Beasley. They wanted to sign him last year. They couldn't make the money work. He was the player that's going to make this roster, and he's going to be the addition in the offseason. I'll ask you, though, should the Giants trade for another wide receiver? Do they need to go out and add more talent at this position? Let me know what you think. Type Y for yes, type N for no on if Joe Schoen should trade for another pass catcher. Nope. Coming in with the questions is, what do you think the tight end room is right now? So the tight ends that I think are going to make this roster are Darren Waller. I think that one's pretty set in stone. I think Daniel Bellinger is going to make this roster. And then you got 3 guys, in my opinion, battling it out for the last spot. I think the Giants are only going to keep 3 tight ends. I think Lawrence Cager is the guy that's going to make this roster. I think Sweeney and Jones are out. I think Chris Miriak is the guy that's going to be on the practice squad. You can make an argument that he should be the guy on the roster as that 4th tight end, but he's going to be a game day call-up several times. I think the Giants take advantage of the game day call-ups from the practice squad during the regular season, and that's going to be Miriak as that guy. I also see Daniel Bellinger kind of being that H-back and that fullback on this team. There's going to be a lot of 12 personnel with Waller and Bellinger on the field at the same time. Mike says NFC East record for the Giants. 2-0 versus Washington, 1-1 versus Dallas, and I think you lose twice to Philly. So I'm going to go 3-3. I'll go 3-3 in the division. As long as the Giants end up 500 in the division, I think they're going to have a winning record. You got to beat Washington twice this year. That's got to be your goal. And then you got to steal one from the Cowboys or Eagles, then you're sitting pretty, and you're going to be in that wild card race again. Corinne says, will this be the year Darnay Holmes gets cut? Yeah, I just don't see a way that Darnay Holmes makes this roster right now. I mean, he started day 1 of training camp running with the ones. Then he moved to the second team. Now he's running with the third team, and he's not even a full-time third-team player. Giants save over $2 million in salary cap space if they do cut him. The Giants don't need necessarily the salary cap space, but it's always nice to have a little bit of breathing room going into the season to replace a player if he gets injured. You want to sign an Isaiah Hodgins. You want to bring in a Landon Collins, something of that nature like they did last year. I have them keeping 6 corners. That includes Jackson, Banks, Trey Hawkins, Cordell Flott, Nick McLeod, and Aaron Robinson. I think it comes down to Robinson and Holmes as the guy to make that last roster spot. I'm going to go with the younger player that I think has more upside in Robinson over Holmes. Joey DeLuca, what up, big dog? Says, who do you think is going to be our number 1 receiver? At season end, I think it's going to come down to the 2 guys of Darius Slayton and Parris Campbell. I think those are the guys that are going to be your number 1 and number 2 receiver for the Giants. The only reason I see it not being Parris Campbell is due to injuries. That'd be the only thing that I think slows him down. I think he fits perfectly in this offense. He could be in the slot. He could be a gadget guy. He could push the ball downfield. Got clocked at over 22 miles per hour last year for the Indianapolis Colts. Brings more speed to this position. And I'm not going to count out Darius Slayton, who has a great reputation of overproducing while also having a great connection and chemistry with Daniel Jones. Those would be my 2 guys, Joey. Rob Jigga says, what about this Habakkuk Baldonado? Any news on him? Haven't heard much of him coming out of training camp, to be honest with you. At the time of filming this video, the shoulder pads and full pads have not been worn at practice, so it's kind of hard to judge some of these guys because it's pretty much just been a passing camp, right? A lot of 7-on-7s, a lot of non-contact 11-on-11 drills. So an outside linebacker like HB, it's kind of hard to judge what he's doing. But pads come on Tuesday, August 1st, I believe is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, August 1st. So we're going to know more by then. Fat Bass coming in with another good one. Do you think that the Giants will pick up Tyler Boyd either this year or next year? Maybe. I don't know, though. It's so hard to project so far into the future. I'm just kind of focused on this year right now, to be quite frank with you. Giants have a good opportunity on their hands right now to be a team that could compete. Boyd's a solid player, no doubt about it. Maybe since he has to move on from one of these receivers. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, though. I don't know. Jesus Diaz, Isaiah Hodgins stats this season. Can I get 700 yards from Hodgins, 650 yards, 50 catches, and 6 touchdowns? Like, maybe that's a little bit much. Not sure exactly what his role is going to be for this team, but I expect him to be a solid player and a good contributor to this offense, no doubt about it. Matthew Valverde, love that last name. I heard Slayton had been working on his hands. If he can catch reliably, he's going to be different. Yeah, there was this video that actually went viral of 2 different styles of catching, which is wild to think about, that Darius Slayton has had throughout his career. He's really focusing on catching the ball away from his body, but it being a sticking point to where he catches the ball, it doesn't move in and it doesn't move side to side. It's like he's running around and it's like catch, stick, and just tuck right away. Whereas in the past, you've seen him kind of double catch a lot of passes, not having that confidence. But man, if Slayton can ever shore up the drops and continue that great chemistry with Daniel Jones, he is going to be a good threat, and especially a deep threat for this football team. As Have Guard comes in with a super chat, what percentage do you think the Giants will make it to the Super Bowl, 1 to 100? I did my little math experiment on this earlier. I'm going 15%. I don't know really how that checks out, but I thought, 32 teams, everybody gets a 3% chance mathematically if you times that by 3. And then I decided to multiply it by 5. So I'm going to go 15% chance for the Giants to make the Super Bowl this year. As always, I just want to say thank you and shout out to the real ones for tuning in to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. If I missed your question, it's your own dang fault. So go down right now and hit that sub button because we only take questions from subscribers. Let's ride. All righty.
I don't think they claimed him.
Did they not claim them?
I didn't see him in the chat once.
All righty. I hate to do this.
I hate to do this.
But we're going to have to spin it again.
This is pretty cool.
Rob Simpy says, I can't make camp. Just wanted to be a part of the show. Rob, you're a GOAT, my man. Thank you for showing love as always. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the contributions to the channel. Wish you could go. Shit, I wish I could go.
Yeah, no, that'll be sweet.
I wish I could go.
Go boots on the ground.
This is what we're going to do. If you win the tickets and you're not here, you don't win the tickets.
Yeah.
We're going to spin it again. So you better be here. That's what you get for sticking it out to the end. Let's go. All righty.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Who's going to win tickets?
I was just going to say Lumgus.
Oh! Lumgus is the winner of 2 Giants training camp tickets to Saturday.
Let's go.
Lumgus, send me a DM on Twitter of your email so I can email you these tickets. Send me a DM on Twitter, Lumgus, of your email. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We've got 2 more tickets to give away.
That made me happy.
It's on the screen, Lumbagus, at @MarshallGreen_. At @MarshallGreen_ at the bottom of the screen. I could put the link in there as well. Shout out once again to Mr. Rick, a.k.a. Cha, for giving us these tickets to raffle away.
Don't thank us.
Yeah, thank Mr. Rick. If you ever see Mr. Rick in the chat, catch him off guard one time.
Yeah.
And I want Lumbagus to be like, yo, Rick, thank you for the training camp tickets.
Yeah,
That would make my day if you did that, Lumbagus.
Yep.
So next time you're here in the chat, which you always are, and you see Mr. Rick, tell him thank you.
Yep.
Tell him thank you. We
All
got
right.
one more spin.
Give me a murmur.
A murmur?
Mirror, murmur, however you say
Murmur?
it. That's how I'm going.
Is GK Vlogs in the building?
Oh,
Is GK Vlogs in the building? Is GK Vlogs in the building?
Do we have?
We'll give him a minute.
Give him a minute.
Give him a minute, and we'll see. ESMZ in the chat says, yo. What up, brother? What up, what up, what up? We'll give him a minute.
Want to be safe. Just want to be safe. One off. Yeah, you're right there. I think we spin it again.
Blake says, yo, Chad, how you been, dog? Who's Chad?
Maybe chat.
Oh, chat. Lotto says, I beat you in flag 1,000 times. Who is this? It's just not true, number one.
Marsh has that,
I'm dead. Who is that? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. And go to their channel. Let me see.
All right, GK, we got you out.
All right, GK Vlogs. Oh, my man. Oh, VTS. That's, yeah, not a chance. I appreciate you. Are you a Giants fan or are you just tuned in? Because you've like seen the link or something. Are you a Giants fan though? That's badass. If so, if not, if you're just showing love, that's even more badass. Shout out to you though, brother. I'm not lying. When I clicked on your channel, he says I'm the biggest Giants fan. That's sick. That's sick. Send me a message on Facebook, bro. I'm sure we're friends over there. Send me a message on Facebook. Send me a message. Watch all the time. That's freaking dope. I didn't know that. And then the more you know. The more you know. I had someone else tell me, I'll never forget it. When I used to produce the 49ers report, someone messaged me one time. It's like, bro, one of my flag friends, and said, dude, I didn't know you were on the 49ers report. I was like, I didn't know you watched the 49ers report. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Shout out to my dog right there. That's lit. GK Vlogs did not claim.
No, we did not.
So we're going to spin again. We're going to spin again.
Here we go.
I just want someone to win it that's here.
I want a real one to win it. Corey, Messi.
Is Messi here?
I don't know if I've seen Messi for
I haven't
a
seen
while.
Messi in the chat in a minute, to be honest with you. I haven't seen Messi in the chat in a minute.
Yeah, I have not seen him in a minute.
We'll give you a minute. We'll give you a minute. I don't think they're here, though. But if they are, you are the winner. Rob says, oh, wow. Rob Jigga, are you in New York, bro? Are you in New Jersey? Pedro says, I think it's cool you do Lakers, too. Yeah, I love doing the Lakers report videos. I love it. Tenacious Knight says last second entry because why not? I think they're in.
I think this.
I think they're in.
Yeah. That's
Tenacious
fine with me.
Knight.
And it's his first time.
And it's their first time. He's got a sick profile picture. He's got the big hat on. Actually, that's a picture of the locker room after the Giants ended the Vikings season. Sorry, Seeps.
That's okay.
Rob, do you want to go to training camp, Rob? Does Rob Jigga? Sean Clowney in the building. My man Sean Clowney is a legend on Giants Now by Chat Sports. Rob, do you want to go to training camp, Rob? Oh, my God. My man came in with the super chat. Unfortunately, unless you can, brother. I don't know if you're able to go to training camp. If you are. Oh, yeah, dude, I know who you are. It's one of those flag things where it's like you don't know each other's names, but you see their face. It's like, I know that I know that, dude.
It's for training camp tickets, Lotto. So are you able to go?
I don't know if he is.
Yeah,
if you're able to go to Giants training camp on Saturday, we'll put you on there. But if not, no biggie. That's crazy. I didn't know you watched the show, man. That's freaking dope. That's freaking dope. All righty. I asked Rob. He said I wouldn't mind, but I feel bad I didn't super chat. Rob, all it takes is a 99-cent super chat to get you on there. My man
Definitely.
Lotto says
All
definitely.
right, I won't put you on, Lotto.
I appreciate the super chat, my bro. I'm taking a shot at tequila.
Hell yeah.
Shot at tequila. My man, first time super chatter.
Okay. So Rob Simpy saying Rob Jigga can have his.
Okay.
I'm counting it.
We could do that.
Executive
we could do that.
decision.
Executive decision. I like that. I like that.
Rob, welcome. I am pulling for you now.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, last
Mr.
one.
Rick, we're doing the spins right now, Mr. Rick.
Let's go, Bill.
And then Bill steps
Let's
up
go,
for
Bill.
Rob Jigga.
Let's go, Bill.
So the first
So I gotta
winner
put
was
Bill.
Lumbagus. Lumbagus says, yo, Marsh, what up, bro? Wasn't it Lumbagus who won?
Yeah.
Lumbagus was the first one. What's going on, Lumbagus? Let me know. Talk to me. Talk to me. Sean Clowney. Sean, are you able to go to training camp on Saturday? Let me know, Sean. Let me know.
If it lands on Corey, give it to Rob. All right.
Oh, my God, Rob. Sean, let me know if you're able to go to training camp on Saturday, brother. We're doing some raffle for some tickets. If you are, we'll put you on the wheel. If not, I'll get to your question in just a second. We just want to get this done real quick. Sean, let me know if you're able to get to training camp on Saturday. If not, no sweat. We just want to be able to get these tickets out. All righty. Let's just add him, just in case.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll be able to make it. He'll let us know in a second. But let's add him, and then let's spin the wheel. Rob says thank you. Wow, guys, I have no words. You guys are all crazy. Rob, that's what we're doing. We're family, brother.
All right.
All right, so Sean is not in. I'll answer your question in just a second, Sean. Let's spin the wheel, though.
Let's go. I'm going for Rob. Give
Well,
me Rob.
so-
Give me the energy.
Let's
Give me the
go.
energy.
Let's go. Trey can't make it
Oh
either.
my God.
Trey
yeah,
Miles
all
can't
right.
make it. Take him off. Take him off.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Ah! Either way.
Either way.
Rob
Let's
Jigga.
go.
Rob Jigga's the winner.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Rob Jigga the winner. Oh. I know it says Bill won, but Bill, being Bill, the badass that he is, he gave this slot to Rob.
Let's go, Bill.
Rob.
Shout out to Bill. Let's go. Bush, baby, you just missed it. Let's go,
Oh, fuck,
Bill.
that's not my email. I don't even know what my email is.
Shout out to Rob and Bill, the winners.
Rob Jigga. What's your email, brother? Rob Jigga, I need your email. Cover the spread said that hurt. I was one off.
You were one off twice, actually.
I know, I feel
that's
bad.
Tough. That's tough.
I feel bad.
Cover the spread. Thank you, though. And he's
Thank
still
you
showing
to
love.
everybody. I want everyone right now, though, to type cha in the chat.
Yeah, seriously. Everybody show love to Cha. This wasn't us.
Awesome. Lumbagus, what's up, brother? Let me know. Let me know. You keep on saying yo, Marsh. I keep saying Lumbagus. So let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, everybody show Cha some love. Mr. Rick, these tickets are coming from him.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Rick. Lumbagus, let me know, brother. I need you guys so I can DM. You just say yo, Marsh, so I can DM. I don't know what that means. How about this? I just put my email in the chat, Lumbagus. Send me an email. Send me an email.
Oh, my God. You know, Johnson, I thought we were going to go the whole show without a Johnson U Super Chat. Really, I thought we were. You didn't even try to get us this one. You just put it as your name. And I respect it.
Rob Jigga, how are you going to send me your email? Rob, let me know. Rob, can you send me an email? Marshall@chatsports.com. Rob, I need you to send me an email so I can give you the tickets.
He said he would tweet it.
He will tweet it to you? Okay, that works too. I would prefer an email because I got to send it to your email. But you could also just email me or tweet it to me. Either way. Cool beans. Is this who I think it is?
Yeah, 100%.
Bush Baby She says, thank you for the great show and video every week, man. Big fan of you. Thank you for being on point. Thank you for being on point, showing love to the squad. He says, yo, Marsh. Love Seamen. Jesus Christ. You've missed some good ones from...
You have, Johnson. And look at, he's going Jordan Addison now. He's got Jordan Addison here, but he's got Dalvin Cook in the chat.
Got some camp winners?
We got some camp winners. Rob Jigga and Lubgus.
Wait, 3?
No, just those two. Yeah.
Rob, I just put my email in there. It's really simple. It's Marshall@chatsports.com. It can't get much simpler than that.
That's hard to remember.
Marshall@chatsports.com. My man, Lumbagus, I got your email, brother. I will forward you 2 tickets. My only demand is, 1, take a picture of yourself at Giants training camp and send it to me so we can put it on the show. And 2, if you could take some videos and pictures, that'd be awesome because we could put them on the channel.
Oh, yeah.
So if Lumbagus or Rob, y'all go, take pictures and video of practice, and we'll put those on the channel. But I need a picture of you guys there so we can put them on the channel.
Definitely.
Yeah, Giant, you can't film 11 on 11. They let you do 7 on 7 and 1-on-1s. If you can sneak 11 on 11.
Get a phone that looks like a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All righty. Let's freaking go. I graduated from Johnson U, and I agree. The real ones are in the chat now. But Bill says sneak one in there.
Yeah.
Rob, just got your email, so we're good. I have Lumbagus. I got your email. Rob, I got your email.
Let's go.
One more time, though. Can we type Cha in the chat?
Seriously, yes.
Everyone type Cha in the chat. Show some love to Mr. Rick. He gave us these 4 tickets, and he's letting us give them away for y'all. Show Cha some love, man. That freaking fires me up. Show Cha some love. That's awesome. Bill says rule number 2, you got to get a picture with Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
That'd be electric. Election. Jeez. Show Cha some love. Let's freaking go. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to him as well. Rob says, thank you all Giants fans. Love you guys. Best thing to happen to me in a long time. Cannot thank you fans enough. Cha, you rock. Love you guys. If that doesn't freaking put a little smile on your face, I don't know what does. Blake says, did you get a haircut?
I did get a haircut.
It looks good, man.
Thank you. I decided to shorten it up a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Looks
A
the
little
same to
bit.
me.
A little less thick.
It looks good, though, man. Was that a Chi-Town cut?
No, this is Dallas cut.
Dallas cut?
My
Dallas
Chi-Town
cut?
barber actually retired. So.
Wow, what a nice life.
Yeah, no, he was getting up there too.
You don't have a barber that can't see anymore. That's for sure. Lumbagus coming back with a $5 super chat. Says, I appreciate y'all. Sorry, my message. It's all good. I don't know why we couldn't see your messages. This isn't the best form of communication for a back and forth conversation. So I'm glad we could figure it out. I got both y'all's emails. I will figure out a way to get you the tickets as Mr. Rick's in the chat smiling. That's awesome. Great show. Great, awesome turnout for the tickets. Once again, shout out to Mr. Rick. Lumbigus says, I appreciate y'all. Sorry, I already read that. All good. Alrighty, we're going to sign off on the channel. We've been live for 2 hours. Great show. Thank you to everybody. Once again, thank you to Mr. Rick. We'll be, actually, I won't be live next Monday because I'm taking a vacation. Taking a vacation. I'll still have videos out every single day, but no live stream next Monday. I'm going to be on vacation, feet in the sand, having fun, taking some time off before the season gets rolling so we can lock it in. Johnson Yu sends in another $5 super chat. I'm just going to verbalize this. He says, 30K on Giants and 30K on Knicks soon. Johnson Yu, shout out to you, brother. I'm proud to say you are one of the 57,000 plus subscribers I have on Giants and Knicks. You are one of those. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Thanks again to everybody for subscribing. 30K is crazy when you think about it. Even my dad sent me a message and said 30K is kind of wild. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sean, another $5 super chat. Look, they keep coming in. We'll stay live. He says, Marsh, thinking about going to the Giants versus Jets game. Are you going, bro? Probably not, to be honest with you. We go live on the channel on game days, so it's hard for me to make it out to games all the time. But, so probably not. I do want to share this to Lumbigus and Mr. Rob. He says, get plenty of autographs after practice. So Rob and Lumbigus, don't leave when practice is over. The players will come up to the bleachers and they will sign stuff. So if you have a jersey, gear you want to sign, do it. Take advantage of this. We are very lucky to have someone like Mr. Rick on this channel. All righty. We're going to sign off for real this time. Shout out to everybody. We love you guys. Awesome stream today. We'll see you later. Remember, no live show next Monday. I'll be getting sunburned in the sand in Florida. So we'll see you later. Love you guys.